Our other top story at this hour, pain and utter heartbreak today. The mother of a 17-year-old who disappeared had her chance to address the man who lied to police about her death.
And Sierra Milton did not hold back. She spoke of everything from sleepless nights to missing out on planning for Zion Foster's big night.
In this video, we'll see a troubling real-time story involving real individuals who have experienced immense suffering. They emphasize that blaming victims is not helpful and shifts focus away from perpetrators. Families are aware of these discussions and have worked with them to ensure their loved ones' stories are shared with respect. Be supportive and respectful in your conversations. Thanks to everyone for their understanding and being part of my community. From tranquility to terror, the dark turn in Warnemont Park. Around 5:29 p.m. on Tuesday, April 2, 2024, what began as an ordinary day took a shocking turn for a resident. He was on his way to meet a friend at Warnemont Park, known for its tranquility. However, their peaceful walk turned into a nightmare when they stumbled upon a severed human leg. Recognizing the severity of the situation, the man quickly called 911, leading to a rapid response from law enforcement. Guided by the distressed caller, deputies discovered a right leg belonging to what appeared to be a female person of color. The leg showed no signs of decomposition, suggesting it had been severed recently, with pink nail polish on the toes adding a haunting detail to the grim scene. Authorities were left with troubling questions. Who did this leg belong to? How did this person meet such a fate? Who was responsible? And was there a wider threat to public safety?
I went to get gas, just basically showing this girl was never in my house. So
we believe you, man.
And she's known to be a runaway. Like she's ran like 4 times, and every time she got some dude's house. Her mom knows this. Her mom's just playing it a certain way, and it's making me so fucking uncomfortable.
She's known to be a runaway?
Milwaukee, a vibrant city on the western shore of Lake Michigan, is celebrated for its rich brewing history, dynamic art scene, and passionate sports culture. Its diverse neighborhoods reflect a mix of German and Polish heritage alongside a strong African-American community. However, like any city, Milwaukee has its darker sides. Despite recent positive trends in crime reduction, homicides down by 39% and property crimes falling by at least 10% in early 2024, incidents like this shake community confidence. A suspicious death investigation was launched following the gruesome discovery at Warnemont Park. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office confirmed the leg was found near the golf course and was transported to the county medical examiner's office, where it was estimated that the victim was about 5 tall. Later that evening, a woman reported her missing friend, 19-year-old Shade Robinson, at the Milwaukee Police Department's District 5 station. Shade had not shown up for work and was unresponsive to calls and texts. Following a welfare check that failed to locate her, police issued a press release seeking public assistance in finding Shade, categorizing her as critically missing due to her high-risk status. She was described as 5 tall, weighing 135 pounds, and last seen in a black puffer coat, light blue jeans, and white shoes. Shade's family and community members rallied together, tirelessly searching for her. Her mother expressed deep concern for her daughter, emphasizing the importance of community support in bringing Shade home. Shade was known for her financial responsibility, having funded trips to Jamaica and Atlanta herself, and was described as playful, socially confident, and ambitious. Investigation. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office has confirmed another human body part was found in the Walnut Hill neighborhood, prompting investigators to search the area. Family and friends of the missing woman, Shade Robinson, have also been actively searching the wooded surroundings. The entire block is cordoned off with crime scene tape. A human body part was found at a park around 10 o'clock last night, and friends and family of Shade Robinson spent hours searching the vicinity. They found a blanket belonging to her, which they handed over to the police. However, there was no official connection between the earlier findings and Shade's missing person case. Later that day and into the next morning, searchers uncovered more unidentified human remains in 2 separate nearby locations, raising alarming questions about community safety if these discoveries could not be linked to a single individual. Preliminary DNA testing confirmed that the leg found in Warnemont Park is Shade's. With her death now confirmed, The community has grown increasingly frustrated with the police for withholding details about the investigation. In response, the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office made a significant announcement regarding a person of interest, Maxwell Stephen Anderson. Anderson was arrested after a traffic stop near his home on South 39th Street, where a search warrant was executed. Charges were filed against Anderson for first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and arson. He remains in custody. Investigators allege that Anderson was on a first date with Shade and was the last person to see her alive. His attorney attempted to have the homicide charge dismissed due to a lack of evidence, but the judge rejected this request. The court denied the request and set bail at $5 million. Connections and consequences. Anderson, 33, has lived in Milwaukee and worked as a bartender and security guard. Raised in a wealthy family with multiple properties valued between $2 and $3 million, his father is an executive at a major insurance company. Despite this, Anderson's father stated that the family did not provide him with unconditional financial support. After graduating high school in 2009, Anderson enlisted in the U.S. Navy, but was discharged after 8 months for undisclosed reasons. A report from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel details Anderson's troubled youth, describing him as disorganized and prone to skipping classes, with a history of minor consequences for his actions. Friends described him as weird, awkward, and spoiled. His paranoia about home invasions led him to set booby traps in his residence, and he often carried a gun, expressing fears about societal collapse. There was also a troubling incident involving a former roommate, in which Anderson confronted him with a gun following an argument. Anderson has had numerous run-ins with the law since 2014, facing multiple arrests for charges including criminal property damage, witness intimidation, domestic abuse, and disorderly conduct, which resulted in injuries to a man who tried to intervene during a theft. Maxwell Anderson, a Milwaukee man who was convicted of murdering a woman in public, served only 15 days in jail. Local activists and media were outraged over the apparent leniency in Anderson's criminal record, including multiple DUIs and failed drug tests while on probation. Anderson managed to avoid significant jail time following his arrest. Police released a 10-page criminal complaint outlining the investigation and evidence leading to his capture. Shade and Anderson had connected on a dating app and agreed to meet at a seafood restaurant. She informed a building worker how excited she was for the date and responsibly chose to meet Anderson in public and used the Life 360 app to share her location with family and friends, according to police records. They met at Anderson's former workplace, the Twisted Fisherman, on April 1st, and surveillance footage showed them sharing food and drinks before leaving together at 6:24 p.m. and heading to the Duke's on Water Sports Bar. Data from Shade's Life 360 app tracked her movements and cell phone to Anderson's house from roughly 9:00 p.m. to 1:15 a.m. Police believe Anderson lured Shade to his home, where she was subsequently killed and dismembered. Video evidence captured her car leaving Anderson's house on the night he allegedly killed her. The car then traveled to Wareham Mount Park and other sites to dispose of her body parts. A witness later saw a man matching Anderson's description setting Shade's car on fire and fleeing on a city bus. The shocking reality. What the evidence revealed. The State Crime Lab's search of the car revealed a black pea coat, light blue jeans, and white shoes. The clothes Shade was last seen wearing her cell phone.
The most logical and possible one, right, is that there's nothing major or new, and due to that, there's a last effort to put together any types of anything.
Lead detectives concluded that Anderson intentionally killed Shade and dismembered her to conceal the homicide once they felt they had sufficient probable cause. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant for Anderson's home, and during the search, detectives found blood on a comforter and on the walls leading to the basement, which they suspected belonged to Shade. Investigators also noted what appeared to be a sex dungeon, including sex sling restraints and handcuffs, with basement windows covered to prevent others from seeing inside. At the hearing, prosecutors revealed preliminary DNA test results that left media members stunned and sent whispers of fear rippling through the community. Authorities remain tight-lipped to avoid compromising the investigation, but have not yet disclosed who the blood belongs to, whether it was even human or how old it was. While examining cold cases, no evidence currently links Anderson to other murders or missing persons cases. Shade's family continues to search for her remains, including using drones, but not all her body parts have been found in their pursuit of justice. They filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Anderson on May 10th, which would have been Shade's 20th birthday. Tragically, later that evening, a grim reminder surfaced of a human arm washed up on a Wagon beach, and a DNA testing leader confirmed it belonged to Shade. As the gruesome details of the crime emerged, some members of the community were reminded of another notorious Milwaukee resident, the serial killer Jeffrey Murr, who also lured and dismembered his victims. This comparison intensified the community's fear and anxiety, drawing parallels between past horrors and the current tragedy. Outro. Thank you for watching and staying informed about this important story. Let's continue to support the families affected and foster discussions that promote safety and awareness in our communities. If you found this video impactful, please like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Until next time, take care and stay safe.